evening, my name is Reina Bocanegra, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the National Mental Health Association. So how many of you have experienced stress or anxiety in your daily lives? Okay, so the American Psychology Association says that the most common stressors in the U.S. in 2017 were healthcare at 43%, economy at 35%, trust in the government at 32%, and then hate crimes and crimes together were 31%. So everyone experiences stress in their daily lives, especially students in college who are studying for big tests, or parents who are trying to provide for their families, or going to work every day and working overtime hours. So it's a really big deal. So the Oxford English Dictionary defines stress as an adverse circumstance that disturbs the normal psychological functioning of an individual. It defines anxiety as the worry over the future or about uncertain outcomes that are going to happen. And then it defines depression as a psychiatric disorder with symptoms of misery, anguish, or guilt. So as you can see, stress, anxiety, and depression, it's a stage and it gets worse, and depression is the worst that it can possibly get if it gets that bad. So I'm interested in this particular topic because my mom works at a law firm. She works in helping mentally disabled people in nursing homes, and she helps them apply for governmental benefits. And so that made me interested in this because it made me want to help people in my daily lives and influence other people to help them as well. So the MTVU Associated Press in 2009 said that 85% of college students say that they experience stress on a daily basis. This 85% is approximately close to 9 out of 10 people, so that's a lot of people that experience stress on a daily basis. If you're in a classroom, that's approximately 90% of the people that are stressing about their schoolwork. So an article written by Rebecca Volker says that stress, sleep loss, and substance abuse cause depression in college students, and that's a really serious issue because if you're depressed, then it's hard to get work done, and it affects your relationships in school and everywhere else. And another study found that technology impacts students' lives and their stress levels because you always want to answer your friends' text messages back, or you always want to text your family members back, or you always want to upload a new status on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it is. And so that also influences your stress levels. So now on to the next topic, which is stress inside your work life. So 70% of employed individuals are searching for a new job, which is crazy. That's 7 out of 10 people who are already employed, but they're so dissatisfied with their job that they're looking for a new one. And so that fact was issued by the National Mental Health Association. And the top five reasons that people quit their jobs are because of the minimal wage growth, the lack of opportunity to advance, and the excessive overtime hours. The job doesn't encourage teamwork, and the manager isn't providing you with flexible hours. So another fact that was from the National Mental Health Association is that 2 out of 5 of the people that are at work are being bullied by their coworkers. And that's also a serious issue. That would make you not want to go to work. That would make you stressed out to go to work, anxious to go to work, depressed when you go home. And so that's really serious. Being happy at work is really important because you go there almost half of your day. And so it's important to be able to be happy when you're going to work and work at a job that you want to get better at, you want to improve and go further in your life. Being unhappy at work would influence your relationships by making you not as outgoing and keeping you at home and like all by yourself, which is not healthy. And then by being unhappy at work, it decreases your chances of living longer. So there's a solution to all of this sad, stressful talk, and that's that the National Mental Health Association assists with the improvement of mental health, and with your help we can spread knowledge of how to fix what's stressing us out so much. So the National Mental Health Association was founded in 1909, and this past year they created a toolkit for for school employees to recognize stress and depression. And they also give keys to balance work and school. So it's a really good resource. If you look at their website, they provide you with lots of ideas of how to just like reduce your stress. So if you're stressed in school, then it'll tell you how you can balance your school and work life, and just give you hints on how to relieve stress. So one of the specific things that they do is they said that if you get overwhelmed feelings during school, so as a college student, it's important to know how to relieve your stress. So you can decrease those overwhelmed feelings by taking a walk or calling a friend or a family member. You can sit and take deep breaths, or even showering will make you feel better, even a little your self-time. And so those tips can be found at the mentalhealthamerica.net website. And then not only do they provide tips for college students, but they also help you with tips for the work environment. So they say that open communication and clear positive values help you while you're at work. The manager giving you a reasonable accommodation, a livable wage, and productive atmosphere will all make your work experience much greater. So this is important for everyone and not just a specific group of people, because everybody's going to have to work in an environment with other people eventually. And so it's important to know how you can spread knowledge of how to reduce the stressors and anxious feelings and depression that you get from a job. So if you don't think that you're able to spread that knowledge, or you don't think you know enough people to be able to make a big difference, then you can also donate at this website, and it would help a lot of people, or it would definitely help this organization to spread more knowledge to more people who are in stress, and it would give people more access to ways to relieve their stress in their daily lives.